Have you ever wondered what the greatest secret behind your success really is? It is not magic. It is not luck. It is the power of your own thoughts. The clearer your mind is, and the more control you have over your thinking, the faster you can transform your life. The most successful people in the world have already understood this truth. Your mind is your greatest strength. But the real question is this: are you using that strength in the right direction? If not, this book will teach you how to become the master of your own mind and completely reshape your life. Napoleon Hill, one of the most influential motivational writers in the world, explained this principle in remarkable depth. Much of his guidance was rooted in the wisdom of Andrew Carnegie, a man who rose from humble beginnings and through the power of his thinking and relentless effort became one of the richest and most successful people in the world. He believed that every person carries immense potential, but only those who learn to control their minds become the architects of their own destiny. If your thoughts are scattered, if your attention jumps from one thing to another every day and never settles on a single purpose, then success will always remain out of reach. Real victory begins when you learn to focus your thoughts on one clear objective. In this book, we will explore three powerful principles: creative vision, organized thinking, and controlled attention. These are not just the foundation of success, they are also some of the most powerful tools for improving the overall quality of your life. Creative vision teaches you how to turn your dreams into reality. Organized thinking teaches you how to direct your thoughts with clarity so you can move toward your goals without confusion. And, most important of all, controlled attention teaches you how to focus your energy in one direction, multiplying the speed of your success. As you read this book, you need to understand one thing: your potential is unlimited. The place you are in today is the result of your thoughts and your decisions. But if you learn to control your thinking, if you become the master of your own mind, then there is nothing you cannot achieve. The world is waiting for you. This is the time to transform yourself, elevate your thinking, and shape your life on your own terms. By the time you finish this book, you will realize that real power does not exist in the outside world. It has been hidden inside you all along, and once you recognize it, no force will be able to stop you. To make this easier to understand, we have divided this summary into 7 chapters. So, let us begin. Chapter 1: The Foundation of Mental Mastery. Have you ever considered that everything happening in your life is, in one way or another, the result of your thoughts? Your mind is the force that can lead you toward success or push you toward failure. Those who learn to control their thoughts become the creators of their own destiny, but those who allow their minds to wander become slaves of circumstance. The first step toward mental mastery is understanding that your mind is your greatest asset. How you use it will create the biggest difference between success and failure. Once you recognize the power of your thoughts, you can begin to turn any situation in your favor. Think about the most successful people in the world, no matter what field they come from. Did they succeed because of luck alone? No. Their success came from clear thinking and firm resolve. This is where definiteness of purpose becomes essential. When a person knows exactly what they want from life, the mind begins to focus on that goal. It starts noticing opportunities that were always there but never visible before. Napoleon Hill said that a person without a clear purpose is like a ship without direction, drifting without ever reaching shore. That is why people who define a clear goal for their lives are far more successful than those who spend each day thinking about something different. When your goal is clear, your mind begins searching for every opportunity that can move you closer to it. That is why the foundation of mental mastery begins with a clear purpose. Now, the question is, what does controlling your mind have to do with personal growth? The answer is simple. When you train your mind, your thinking becomes clearer, your decisions become stronger, and your confidence grows. In contrast, a disorganized mind leads toward doubt, fear, and failure. A disciplined and focused mind leads towards self-reliance, self-respect, and constant growth. People who gain control over their thoughts move forward in every area of life, whether it's their career, their relationships, or their personal development. If you can control your thinking, you can control your destiny. The moment you decide what you truly want from life and direct all your mental energy toward it, nothing can stop you from succeeding. Mental mastery is not an inborn gift. It is a practice. It is a skill that can be developed in daily life. And once you learn it, you can achieve things you may never have imagined possible. Chapter 2. Developing Creative Vision. Have you ever wondered why some people achieve extraordinary things while others remain trapped in small daily struggles? The difference often comes down to one thing: creative vision. This is the power that can turn an ordinary person into a great leader, a major business titan, or a successful artist. When you push your thinking beyond limits, when you begin to see the world from a different perspective, that is when real change becomes possible. In this chapter, we will understand what creative vision is, how it can be developed, and why it matters so much for success. Creative vision means not just seeing things as they are, but seeing them as they could become. It is the ability to imagine. It is the power to discover new possibilities. People who possess this vision move far ahead of the crowd because they do not simply accept circumstances. They transform them through the force of their thinking. Imagine if Thomas Edison had accepted that darkness was simply a part of life. Would the light bulb ever have been invented? If Henry Ford had believed that people would travel only by horse, would the modern automobile have emerged as it did? Behind every great success is creative vision. Behind it stands someone who was willing to think beyond limitations and turn an idea into reality. If you want to achieve something great in life, you must also learn to think beyond your present boundaries. Those who remain focused only on their current situation usually keep getting more of what they already have. But those who can imagine the future can create the future they want. So, how do you train your mind to think beyond limits? First, identify your fears and your mental barriers. What is holding you back? Are you afraid of failure? Do you believe you are not capable enough? Until you break those inner barriers, you cannot move forward. Second, begin to believe that the impossible can become possible. Teach your mind that anything can happen. The things that are reality today were once only someone's dream. Third, keep learning and experimenting. The more you surround yourself with new experiences and new knowledge, the more your mind begins to think in new ways. Read books, learn new skills, explore different industries. And think bigger. Don't stay confined to small goals. If you want 100% success, be ready to give 200% of yourself. If you want to strengthen your creative vision, you have to train your mind consistently. Write down 10 new ideas every day. Ask yourself powerful questions like this: if there were no limits in the world, what would I do? Spend 5 minutes each day visualizing your success as if you have already achieved it. Play problem-solving games such as chess or puzzles, or engage in any activity that sharpens your thinking. History is full of people who mastered their minds through creative vision. Steve Jobs reimagined the computer as a revolutionary device because he could think beyond conventional limits. Elon Musk dared to imagine human beings living on Mars when almost no one else was thinking in that direction. APJ Abdul Kalam rose from a simple village background to become the president of India, and his thinking played a decisive role in shaping that journey. If you want to create extraordinary change in your life, your thinking must also become extraordinary. You must strengthen your imagination, break your limits, and train your mind to see what does not yet exist. Successful people are not intimidated by circumstances. They change circumstances through the power of their creative vision. Now it is up to you how far you want to take your thinking. Chapter 3. Organizing your thoughts for maximum impact. Have you ever felt like thousands of thoughts are racing through your mind, yet you still can't focus on any one thing? Have you ever wanted to achieve a major goal, but because of mental confusion, you couldn't take the right steps in the right direction? If your thoughts are scattered, they can become your greatest enemies. When the mind is disorganized, it leads to confusion, anxiety, and failure. But when you learn to organize your thoughts, even the impossible can begin to feel possible. In this chapter, we will understand how scattered thinking leads towards failure and what methods can help bring order to your mind. The mind works much like a computer. When too many files and programs are running at once, the system slows down. Sometimes it even crashes. The same thing happens in our minds. When too many thoughts are running at the same time without any clear plan, stress, indecision, and frustration begin to rise. We struggle to make the right decisions, and things start slipping out of our hands. When you cannot control your thoughts, unnecessary stress takes over. When too many tangled ideas fill your mind, sound decisions become harder to make. When your attention is divided in too many directions, your energy gets wasted on things that do not matter. Scattered thinking can make your mind look busy, but it does not produce real results. If you want to escape this pattern, you must learn to organize your thinking. A well-ordered mind is one of the truest keys to success. If you want to give your thoughts a clear direction, a few techniques can help. One is mind mapping. In this method, you write your main idea in the center of a page and then add related ideas around it, like branches. This helps organize your thoughts and makes problem-solving easier. Another is prioritization. Not every thought deserves the same level of attention. You have to decide which ideas and goals matter most. Tools like the Eisenhower matrix can help you sort what needs immediate action, what should be scheduled, what can be delegated, and what should be removed altogether. Another powerful method is time blocking. If you want your mind to focus deeply on one task instead of worrying about many things at once, set aside a fixed block of time each day for a single goal. This protects your mental energy and strengthens your focus. Our thoughts change so quickly that we often do not fully understand them, but the moment you begin writing them down, they become clearer and more powerful. That is why many of the world's most successful people practice journaling. Writing helps clarify and organize your thoughts. It allows you to track your progress. It reduces negative emotions, and it helps you recognize fresh and creative ideas. You can begin with a brain dump. Write all your thoughts on paper without filtering them. In the morning, write down your 3 most important goals for the day. At night, reflect on what you learned and what could be improved. If your thoughts are not tied to a concrete goal, they will keep drifting without purpose. Train your mind to guide your thinking towards your objectives. Set SMART goals so your targets are specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Instead of saying, "I want to become rich," say something more precise. "I want to earn 10 lakh rupees over the next 2 years, and I will create a monthly savings plan to make that happen." Visualize your goals every day. Spend a few minutes imagining them as already achieved. Feel them as real. This strengthens your confidence and prepares your mind for success. Read your goals daily. Repeat them. Create a vision board for your dreams. Keep people around you who inspire you. If you want to rise to greater heights, the first thing you must learn is how to organize your thoughts. Scattered thinking leads towards failure. Organized thinking leads towards confidence, clarity, and success. By applying the methods in this chapter, you can make your mind more effective, reduce stress, and move towards your goals more quickly. Remember this: when your mind is organized, your life begins to organize itself as well. Chapter 4: The Art of Controlled Attention. Have you ever noticed that when you focus completely on one task, it gets done faster and better? And when your attention keeps drifting, not only does the work remain unfinished, but your stress begins to rise as well. One of the greatest keys to success is controlled attention, the ability to direct your mental energy into one clear channel. When you learn to control your mind, your productivity, your confidence, and your overall quality of life begin to multiply. In this chapter, we will understand why focus is so important for success, how to avoid distractions, which techniques help create mental peace, and how controlled attention can also improve relationships and communication. Think about Olympic athletes or masters in any field. They remain intensely focused on their goal. They ignore anything that could become an obstacle in the path of their dreams. Success belongs to those who know how to direct the power of their minds towards one target. Napoleon Hill said that a person who can control attention can draw success towards themselves, but a person who cannot control their thoughts will drift away from the goal. If you want to turn your dreams into reality, you must learn how to place your attention where it truly matters. If your mind keeps wandering in every direction, you will not achieve anything great, and you will struggle to maintain balance in life. In today's world, distractions are everywhere. Social media, phone notifications, constant entertainment, endless stimulation. If you do not strengthen your power of focus, these things will trap you and consume your time. To build concentration, a few habits are essential. Try a digital detox. Spend a few hours each day away from your phone and social media. Your mind will become calmer and clearer. Do one thing at a time. Many people believe multitasking helps them get more done, but in reality, it weakens attention and lowers the quality of work. Focus on one task at a time. Use the Pomodoro technique. Work with full focus for 25 minutes, then take a 5-minute break. This method improves concentration and prevents mental fatigue. Remove what is unnecessary. If you want to stay focused on your goals, you must decide what matters and what does not. Anything that does not support your purpose should be reduced or removed. If your mind is always busy and anxious, you will never be able to concentrate for long. That is why mental peace is so important. Practice meditation for at least 10 to 15 minutes each day. It will calm your mind and improve your concentration. Practice deep breathing whenever stress arises. Use the 4-4-4 method. Inhale deeply for 4 seconds, hold for 4 seconds, and exhale for 4 seconds. This helps reduce tension and sharpen focus. Spend time in nature. Trees, open sky, and fresh air can restore your mental energy and refresh the mind. Set aside a quiet period every day, at least 30 minutes, just to organize your thoughts. During that time, stay away from your phone, television, and other distractions. If you want to improve your relationships and communication, you must also learn to control your attention. When someone is speaking to you, give them your full attention. If your mind is elsewhere, the other person will feel your lack of interest, and that weakens connection. Practice active listening. Listen fully when someone is speaking. Do not check your phone. Do not interrupt. Let them finish before you respond. Maintain eye contact. When you look someone in the eye while speaking, they feel that you are taking them seriously. Be patient. Do not react in haste. When you listen carefully and respond thoughtfully, your words carry more weight. Limit screen time and social media when you are with people you care about. If you are always busy with your phone or laptop, your closest relationships will suffer. Be fully present with the people around you. Controlled attention is one of the deepest keys to real success. If you learn to direct your thoughts and your attention in the right direction, you can achieve almost any goal. To do that, you must protect yourself from distraction, strengthen your concentration, and practice mental calm. And if you want better relationships, you must also embrace active listening and mindful communication. Now, the choice is yours. Will you waste the power of your attention on things that do not matter, or will you use it to bring your dreams to life? Remember this: the day you truly learn to control your attention is the day your journey towards success truly begins. Chapter 5: How Mental Mastery Reduces Stress and Anxiety. Have you ever wondered why stress and anxiety enter your life so easily? Why do some people panic over the smallest problems while others remain calm even in the middle of major difficulties? The answer lies in mental mastery. When you learn to control your thoughts, you don't just manage your emotions more effectively, you also begin to free yourself from stress and anxiety. In this chapter, we'll understand the connection between thoughts and stress, how negative thinking can be transformed into positive thinking, which techniques can create mental peace, and how a trained mind builds emotional stability and confidence. Our emotions are shaped by our thoughts. When we think negatively, the mind enters a state of fear and tension. For example, if a person keeps thinking, "I don't know how to do this, I'm going to fail," the mind begins repeating that fear until anxiety grows stronger. But if that same person thinks, "I can learn this, I can improve," then the mind stays calmer and moves forward with confidence. Stress and negative thinking affect the body as well. Cortisol levels rise, which increases tension and nervousness. Fear and uncertainty grow stronger, making decisions harder. Energy and enthusiasm begin to fade, which affects performance. Relationships also suffer because irritation and negativity begin to spill outward. So, how do you break free from negative thinking? The first step is self-awareness. Recognize which thoughts are creating stress inside you. Whenever a negative thought appears, notice it. Ask yourself whether the situation is truly as bad as your mind is making it seem. Use positive affirmations to shift negative thoughts into more constructive ones. The words you repeat to yourself begin to shape your emotional state. Instead of dwelling on the problem itself, focus on the solution. If you keep thinking only about what's wrong, your stress will rise. But when you ask what can be done, your mind begins working in your favor. And don't keep comparing your path with someone else's. Your journey and your road to success are your own. Simply try to become better than you were before. When your mind is constantly trapped in worries about the future or regrets from the past, stress increases. Mindfulness techniques help break that pattern by bringing the mind back to the present moment. Spend 10 to 15 minutes a day in meditation. Close your eyes, breathe deeply, let your thoughts come and go without judging them. This calms the mind and strengthens your ability to focus. Whenever stress rises, use the 4-7-8 breathing technique. Inhale deeply for 4 seconds, hold the breath for 7 seconds, and exhale slowly for 8 seconds. This can calm the body and mind almost immediately. Much of our stress comes from living in the past or fearing the future, but when your attention returns to the present, stress begins to loosen its grip. Take at least 30 minutes each day to walk outside, sit in a park, or spend time under the open sky. Nature increases mental clarity and helps the mind settle. If you learn to control your mind, you don't just become less stressed, you become mentally stronger. When you learn to manage your thoughts and emotions, you gain control over anger, frustration, and fear. A strong mind doesn't collapse in the face of stress or failure. It learns from difficulty and grows stronger because of it. When you keep your thoughts positive, you become capable of facing any challenge. When your mind is calm and under control, you feel more confident in your decisions. You stop depending so heavily on the opinions of others. A peaceful and balanced mind also improves relationships. When you are emotionally strong, you can speak to people without anger or haste, and that strengthens connection. Mental control is one of the most effective ways to free yourself from stress and anxiety. When you learn to control your thoughts, you bring more peace and clarity into your life, and at the same time, you build self-control, emotional strength, and confidence. Now, the real question is this: are you ready to train your mind? This is your life. Instead of living it in stress and anxiety, why not live it with confidence and peace? Start practicing control over your thoughts today and take your life to a higher level. Chapter 6: Effective Communication Through Mental Discipline. Have you ever noticed that when some people speak, others listen closely, while some people try their best and still fail to make an impact? The real difference lies in mental discipline and clear thinking. When your mind is organized, your communication carries confidence, clarity, and influence. Effective communication is not just the art of speaking, it is a blend of mental discipline, listening ability, and self-confidence. In this chapter, we will understand how clear thinking strengthens communication, how to express yourself with confidence and impact, why listening matters so much in leadership, and how to overcome hesitation and fear in conversation. If you cannot think clearly, you cannot speak effectively. Very often, we fail to express ourselves well because our thoughts are not clear. But when you train your mind and learn to organize your thinking, your communication becomes far more powerful. Clear thinking makes communication direct and understandable. People can grasp your message more easily, your confidence rises, and you can speak without hesitation. Misunderstandings decrease, and as a leader, your clarity can inspire others. So how do you make your communication more confident and effective? Begin by organizing your thoughts before you speak. Ask yourself, what do you truly want to say? What message will the other person receive from your words? Is what you are saying simple and effective? If it is hard to think clearly in the moment, develop the habit of writing your thoughts first. Speak with confidence. Make eye contact. It signals certainty and presence. Pay attention to your voice and your pace. Speaking too slowly or too quickly weakens impact. Control your tone. Keep your body language aligned with your message because posture and expression strengthen what your words are saying. Use words that are powerful and inspiring. The language you choose has a deep effect on the other person. There's a difference between saying, "I will try," and saying, "I will get it done." One carries hesitation, the other carries confidence. Use words that encourage people and strengthen belief. Say more with fewer words. Truly effective communicators do not wander. They reach the point clearly and directly. Successful communication is not just a game of words. It is rooted in mental discipline, clear thinking, and self-confidence. Clear thinking makes your communication stronger. Speaking with confidence makes your words more impactful. Active listening helps turn you into a more influential leader. And when you overcome fear and hesitation, you can communicate effectively with anyone, anywhere. Now it depends on you how strong you want your communication to become. If you want your speech to be more influential and more confident, begin applying these techniques today. Remember this: once you learn how to express your thoughts in the right way, you can move closer to any goal in life. Chapter 7: Turning Thought into Action and Success. Have you ever felt that brilliant ideas come to you, but when the time comes to turn them into reality, something stops you? Have you ever wondered why some people are able to convert their ideas into success while others remain trapped in dreams? The truth is that the power of thought matters only when it is applied in the right direction. Turning thought into action is the real meaning of mental mastery. In this chapter, we will understand how to bridge the gap between thinking and doing, what habits strengthen mental discipline, why persistence and faith matter, and how successful people use the power of their minds to reach extraordinary heights. Many people believe success comes from good ideas alone. But the truth is that ideas are not enough. They must be acted on. If thought is never put into motion, it remains nothing more than imagination. There is only one thing standing between you and success: action. To turn thoughts into results, 3 steps are essential. Set a clear goal. Until your target is defined, you will not be able to take concrete steps. Break the goal into smaller parts and move forward one step each day. Build a plan. Thinking alone will not change anything. You need an action plan that shows how you will reach your goal. And begin without waiting. Many people wait for perfection, and because of that, they never truly begin. Remember this: you do not need to be great to start. You need to start in order to become great. What we become in life is shaped by our habits. People who turn ideas into action follow certain disciplines. Repeat your goals every morning and every night so your mind stays focused on them. Whenever a strong idea or burst of motivation comes to you, take some kind of action within 5 seconds. If you think too long, the mind starts manufacturing excuses. This is the powerful technique made famous by Mel Robbins. Focus each day on only 3 most important tasks. This keeps your mind from scattering and makes you more effective. Learn something new every day, whether through books, podcasts, or the experiences of successful people. Learning is one of the keys to turning thought into action. Napoleon Hill said that every great achievement is impossible without persistence and unwavering faith. Many people begin their journey, but the moment difficulties appear, they give up. Successful people do the opposite. They treat failure as a chance to learn and refuse to quit. Faith matters too. The belief that I can do this is essential for success. When you trust yourself and keep moving with consistent effort, even the universe seems to begin helping you. Now, consider some of the people who turned thought into action and reached remarkable success. Thomas Edison was not afraid of failure. After failing 10,000 times, he eventually invented the light bulb. When he was asked how he kept going after so many failures, he said that he had simply found 10,000 ways that did not work. The lesson is simple: you do not fail until you stop trying. Elon Musk shows what it means to dream on a massive scale. Dhirubhai Ambani began with humble work at a gas station and through effort and mental discipline built a remarkable rise. The lesson is that no condition can stop your success unless you decide to give up on yourself. Thinking alone is never enough. Turning thought into action is the real key to success. Summary cadence. Clarify your goals and create an action plan. Shape your mindset in the right direction and build strong habits. Learn from failure and never give up. Trust yourself and act on your dreams. Now the choice is yours. Will you remain limited to thinking, or will you take the first step towards turning your ideas into reality? Remember this: change your thinking, change your habits, and you can change your world. So today, we have seen how Napoleon Hill's book, How to Own Your Own Mind, teaches us that our thinking is our greatest strength. The book's central message is clear: determination, confidence, and creative vision can lead us towards success. If we gain control over our thinking, we can become the makers of our own destiny. The most powerful lesson in this book is that your mindset shapes your life. Whatever you focus on becomes your reality. So now it is time to act.